Hey guys! In today's video, I'm going to be attempting to do my makeup. This is obviously a pretty radical departure from the study-related content that you're used to seeing, that you subscribed for. But for 2019, for the new year, I wanted to try to make something new and fun and fresh that I've never tried before. So this is what I came up with. So let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in more videos like this one. I'm going to start with concealer since it's junior year, so obviously I don't sleep enough, but we have to pretend that I do. So I'm going to cover up my dark circles. I don't really have terrible bags underneath, it's just kind of purple colored underneath. So let me go get my concealer. I'm going to start off by putting a couple of dots underneath my eyes and then covering up a couple of pimples because I had finals and stress made me break out, kind of. I mean, I know it's not really that bad. And I'm pretty grateful that my skin isn't super acne prone. And now I'm just using this concealer brush to blend it out underneath my eyes. And a little bit on top as primer for eyeshadow because I don't want to buy a separate primer. Oh, I put way too much underneath my nose. I'll just blend it. You can always fix anything with more blending. I don't know. I mean, I've been learning how to do this for like 6 months, so evidently I don't know that much about makeup. So if you have tips, recommendations, anything, please let me know in the comments. That would be helpful. Oh no, I didn't have enough to put some on my left eyelid, so I will do that right now. I have no clue how this mirroring stuff works on the camera, so this is my left side and this is my right side. Hopefully that clears anything up for when I do more explaining and talking later on. This is really light for the top of my forehead. For some reason, the top of my forehead is much tanner than the rest of my face. Okay, now that that's mostly blended out, I'm gonna powder it. So I have this really big fluffy brush and I'm going to dip it and then close my eyes and just frickin' go for it. Now that that's done, I'm going to highlight my face because that's a pretty big trend right now. And my face is normally pretty oily, so might as well bring out that natural glow instead of trying to completely make it go away. So first I'm applying some onto my cheekbones, which pretty much don't exist. Okay, and then moving on, I'm gonna put a little bit on the tip of my nose. And then some on my brow bone. And that little, I have like a horn on the side of my forehead. I don't know what that is. I think it's a normal kind of forehead shape, but then it looks really weird on my left side. I don't know. And then blending that forehead brow bone area into my cheekbone highlight. And then a tiny bit on the Cupid's bow. Then next I'm going to go in with some peachy colored blush. Mine unfortunately got shattered on the sides because I dropped it. So with this really giant brush, I'm going to dip into it and then just dot it on. I'm already kind of red because I just got back from track practice. So I'll just put it in the same spots where my natural red color is, or pink color. Wait, why did I put it on my forehead? That was so, okay. It didn't really show up there, so that's fine. And then the next side. Next side. I only have 2 sides. I feel like I put way too much on this side. Well, I guess if I blend it more, it'll fix itself, right? Let me get rid of a little bit on the back of my hand. Blend, blend, blend. Is that a lot? I know you can't respond, but I feel like it's really... I think it's fine. I hope. But then again, it's not like I'm wearing this to a special event or anything. I'm just chilling in my room on a Friday afternoon, just fiddling around and filming this video. Okay, I think that's pretty good. We'll go with it, because I don't know how to fix it if it's wrong. Now moving on to my favorite part, which is eyeshadow. I just really enjoy doing this. So I'm going to use my fancy schmancy palette, which was way too expensive, but I really like it, but it was really expensive. So I'm going to dip into this burnt orange shade, which is like a orangey toned tan brown. Tap off the excess like those fancy beauty gurus, and then just go for it. The fun thing about my eye shape is that, like many Asian people, I have a monolid on this side, which is my right side. But then on this side, when I was like 7, I developed a crease. So now I have one eye that would be considered a hooded eye and one that's considered a monolid. So it's kind of difficult to figure out how to do eyeshadow. Okay, now that that's somewhat blended out, I'm going to go back into that shade and do the same thing on this side. And the brush that I'm using is just a pretty big fluffy brush that's meant for blending. And now I'm going to move on to this shiny, kind of dark gold called bronze. So it's bronze, but it doesn't look like bronze, it looks like gold. But I digress. I'm going to take a little bit of it on my finger and then just put it right in the center of my eyelid. As you can see, I'm using a combination of tapping and like moving it back and forth. Not sure if this is a good idea, but it seems to work for me. Okay, that's pretty decent. Now I'm going to take a flat brush. I don't know how to describe this, but it's a flat brush, and I'm just gonna blend this a bit more. That seems okay. Moving on. Next, I will use this little slightly pointy blending brush, and it's quite small, and I'm going to dip into the shade Rustic, which is a medium colored brown that's not particularly warm or cool. Actually, I'd say it leans kind of warm. Pat it in on the outer corner of my eyeball. I think that looks decent. Just gonna blend it a little bit more. Everything looks better if you blend it just a little bit more, right? I think that's fine. Okay, now the other side. I have to kind of do it differently on this side because this side's monolid and not a double eyelid. Oh, that's a really flattering angle. Let me move the mirror closer so I can see this better. I just realized when I do that you can't see it. There we go. I'm just gonna go back with that big brush that had the burnt orange shade on it. There's still a little bit left, but I'm not gonna get any more color on it. And I'm just gonna blend everything one more time, because if you just keep blending, it'll look fine, I hope. Right? Is that true? Now I'm going to use this little teeny tiny brush, I think it's called a pencil brush, and then use the color Fairy, which is a light colored gold, and then put a little bit on the inner corner of my eye, and then a little bit more, and then blend it upward towards where the bronze / dark gold color is, and then a little tiny bit, maybe like a quarter of my bottom lash line. Then the other side, same thing. Then I'll take, I guess this brush, this little tiny brush, and just blend the edges of that light gold color. And lastly, I'm going to use this same tiny brush and then dip into Tempera. That's a light cream color, and I'm going to put that right underneath my eyebrows. Just kind of difficult because my eyebrows are kind of bushy and I don't bother plucking them, so there's a lot of hairs underneath my eyebrows. Is this fine? I think it's fine. Okay, I think it's actually fine now. Now I'm going to move on to my bottom lash line, and for that I'm using the same flat brush that I used for the bronze shade that was on top here. So I'm going to start with burnt orange, I think, and then just put it there on like the middle 1/3 of my bottom lash line. Actually along the whole thing except for this one portion where the color Fairy is, which is that light gold color. Same thing on this side again. Then I'm going to just wipe this off on my hand because and then back to rustic, which was the color I used in the outer corner of my eye. And just the tiniest bit in like the outermost portion of my bottom lash line. And then I'm going to use the little pointed brush that I used for the outer corner there to blend everything out along with bottom and connect it to the outer corner. Great, now I'm done with the eyeshadow. I'm going to move on to eyeliner. So I'm going to take a black waterproof eyeliner, and it's kind of dull, so I should probably sharpen it, but we're just going to go with it because I don't really know what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to trace along my top lash line. Oh, sorry, is that blocking? How do I do this without... Okay, so I'm going to pull it up, my eyelid upward, because even though technically I have a crease on this side, it's not really a crease, and I still have a lot of extra skin there from it being a hooded eye. So I need to lift it up so I can actually get to my top lash line. Okay, now that I have the eyeliner on my eye, I'm going to take this little eyeliner brush and just clean everything up on the top. And now I'm going to do mascara. So first I have my eyelash curler, which looks like a contraption of death, but I don't have a flinch reflex when it comes to putting things near my eyeball, so here goes. Could have been better, but we're gonna keep going. Oh no, it's really pretty bad. I'm gonna try again. Okay, that's an improvement. I feel like I rubbed off some of my eyeliner though. Okay, so I'm gonna look downward into the mirror and use this to mascara. Come on, autofocus. Focus on the right thing. I'm gonna use the spoolie brush and brush out any clumps. So next, on this side, again, back with the eyelash curler. Gonna try again. Okay, that time was even worse. But that's okay. Just gonna keep moving along, that's fine. It's all good. There's a giant chunk on this wand. Lovely. Okay, there we go. That worked. Again, gonna use a spoolie and brush out the clumps. Yay! Now I'm going to use that same mascara on my bottom lashes. Wish me luck. Oh, yay, did it without getting black smudges on my lower eyelid. Frick, now I got smudges on my nose, great. Okay, I'll wait for that to dry and scrape it off later. And now I'm going to use a white or really light colored eyeliner on my bottom waterline, because apparently that will make your eyes look bigger. Yay! Not sure how much bigger my eyes look, but I tried. Now I'm going to do my eyebrows, which is obviously I already have some pretty dark and kind of bushy natural brows, so I'm just going to use this tinted brow gel to hold them in a nice shape and make them a little bit darker, not too much darker. Can you see that? Sorry. There's no way for me to do this without blocking you. Okay, I think that turned out fine. And lastly, I'm going to use this liquid lipstick in this pinkish, reddish, mauve-ish color. I don't know how to describe colors. It's called Give Me Mocha, if that's any assistance. Just gonna wait for that to dry. I think this is dry now, so I'm gonna scrape this off my nose. That's a little gray smudge. If I just like rub it, will it go away? That's pretty good. Can you see it? It's a little bit unblended on this side. Does that fix it? Can you even see anything at all? Beats me, because I don't know how to film a makeup video, but anyways, here is the look that I did. I'm just gonna wear this lovely look and stay in my house because I don't want to go outside. And that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, be sure to let me know in the comments. I upload new videos every Monday, and my Tumblr and Instagram are @studyquill if you want to check those out. See you next time!